Got some tidbits, news, information, all that good stuff. Day 16 of training camp. Stop talking like a big dumb Doug and just go into the video. What's up, fans? Day 16 of training camp. Got a lot of information to give you. I got a little Fangio quotes. I got some Mike McDaniel quotes. I got quotes from people. I got some updates on potential, let me just jump into it because I'm telling you what I got. I'm going to just jump into it. Just know training camp today, and I got information for you. But before we jump into that, I do have to shout out today's sponsor. And then to me, a big sponsor of DouglieDoWrong, and that is Clean the World. I talk about them constantly, and I keep talking about how proud I am to be partnering with them. Sean Seipler doing something fantastic, putting these kits together, bringing people who need it, soap, socks, shampoo, all that good stuff, helping third world countries, natural disasters. He's already sent 15,000 kits to Hawaii, to Maui, with the natural fires over there. I'm pretty sure he's going to be helping more and more people with natural disasters. He's a great guy doing great things. Go check him out. cleantheworld.org. Link is in the description. He's got a lot planned for that. So I'll keep you updated as he's trying to get more kits available, more things you can do for kits. It's going to be really, really cool. And if you're wondering what the heck a kit is, this is a good example. A toothbrush, shampoo, soap, socks, toothpaste, and you can give them a little specialized note. Cleantheworld.org. Go check him out and support. Now, let's jump into this. We're going to start today. Vic Fangio turned 65. 65 years young. They were talking to him. Fangio said Jalen Ramsey trying to beat projected timeline of December or perhaps November, ESPN says, but too early to tell if he will. Fangio said Wilkins sitting out 11 on 11s is administrative deal that I think will get resolved. Wilkins is doing everything else. We'll see. To me, a lot of these deadlines, when it comes to trades, when it comes to re-signing, all that stuff, to me, it is next Tuesday, the 29th, because that's when teams got to cut down to 53. You're going to see a lot of trades happening, a lot of stuff that instead of just cutting them, if you can get something for them, they will. And you might say, why would someone trade for them if they're just going to cut them? You don't want to compete with another team to try to get a player. You might as well just try to grab them on your own. A lot of things are going to happen there. Before I keep going with the Fangio stuff, I do want to tell you guys tomorrow's open practice to the fans is canceled. I saw that the other day on Twitter, the Miami Dolphins Twitter, and I saw that Ian also posted that. But yeah, tomorrow the 23rd is canceled, but the 24th is still it's sold out, actually. Sorry, fan appreciation is still up, but tomorrow is canceled. Just want to let you guys know, for anyone that's trying to go there. It's not even on their site anymore. It goes August 9th, and then it goes to the 24th. So from what I'm hearing, it is canceled. So let's go back to this. Fangio said that David is a run-and-hit guy who can make big, good, flashy plays. He just has to be more consistent with doing everything. That's what I love about Fangio. He's not going to, give you the BS, right? Oh my God, look at so-and-so. He's thriving here and there, yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. He's going to say, he's good at this. He needs to work on this. He's not going to fluff it. He's not going to, sugarcoat it. He's going to tell you it just like it is. When asked what he's looking for in the safety spot, which remains wide open, the free safety spot, I think, or the strong safety spot, Vic Fangio said just overall good play. Fangio said small margin between Noah Apple and Cam Smith. Cam has been limited with injury, and Fangio said of his play, got to feel we can trust him. We don't want to be beat by self-inflicted wounds. So essentially what he means by that is allowing, first down on a fourth and whatever, a third and long, because you're in the wrong spot, you get beat or whatever, you don't understand the assignment. If there's a safety over top, self-inflicted wounds. Fangio on Christian Wilkins, he says, I feel good that whenever that's resolved, he'll be ready because he hasn't really done much for about a week. Overall, it was good play. We need to keep in mind it isn't the other team's number one quarterback. This week, Trevor Lawrence will play, and he's a real dude, essentially evaluating what the Dolphins defense did against the Texans last week. Again, he's brutally honest. Fangio said no decision yet on starting safety alongside Holland, said quarterback still in flux. Agba has made stride in two different ways. He's being used, essentially a D end and an outside linebacker. He likes the hand pickup, Deshaun Hand, and thinks he could help, said McDaniel. Morning person. He is a late night person. That's why I get it with Fangio. I get it because I'm a late night person as well. He says, I'm 65 years young. I can still outwork these young coaches. I agree, coach. And that's it. That's all I got from that. I probably have more as I scroll through and give you more information. Tanner Connor, taken off the physically unable to perform list. Some good news there. Teron Armstead was watching practice today without a walking boot or wrapping on his foot/ankle, walking well, trending towards his goal of being ready for week 1. Good news there. Dolphins corner Cam Smith thinks he'll be ready to play some at the Jaguars. So Cam Smith might be able to play against the Jaguars. I say, no, don't do it, man. Just take a break. Brandon Peely said the injury scare last week was just a stinger, so he's okay there. When asked Raheem Mostert about the Taylor situation, he says, you have to stay in the now, but understand this is a business. Raheem Mostert on Jonathan Taylor rumbling, I'm not worried about another man coming in. I'm worried about perfecting my craft. Mike White is still in concussion protocol, was seen throwing on the side early during stretches. Cam Smith was out in his red jersey, and Liam Eichenberg did some work. Not practicing was Mike White, Devon Achane, Jalen Waddle, Braylon Sanders, Eric Sorbert, Robert Jones, Teron Armstead, Jalen Ramsey, and Justin Bethel. Again, Devon Achane and essentially Devon Achane, Jalen Waddle, and Teron Armstead are kind of clumped in that. Banged up. If we need them to play, they would, but we don't, so just rest them type of situation. Sealer had multiple sacks. We'll get into that now. We're getting into on the field stuff, right? This is from Barry Jackson and Daniel. Some notes from camp. Dolphins welcomed 4 players back from injury while 11 remained out. Corner Keon Crossan, who has been sidelined for weeks, was dressed and back at practice. Liam Eichenberg back at practice, Alec Ingold back at practice, and Myles Gaskin back at practice. I'm very happy to see Alec Ingold back at practice. And then obviously I told you Tanner Connor coming off. Supposedly from what they're hearing, only Durham Smythe has a job secured, tight end coach John Embry said on Tuesday. So besides Durham Smythe, everyone could be cut. Sorber, Connor, Croft, all these guys could be cut. 11 players remain out Tuesday due to medical issues or injuries. I read those to you. The last 11 absence from practice also include Nick Needham, still on the PUP, Jalen Ramsey, and Justin Bethel, who's wearing a brace on his left leg. He's probably not going to make the team. Nick Needham is the only Dolphins player on the PUP after Connor was activated. Quarterback Mike White is in concussion protocol. If you don't know about that, essentially when he came in, when Skylar Thompson was flagged, the flagger was like, hey, go check him. He came in, he took a hit, and then he's now in concussion protocol. And that is why Skylar Thompson played 2.5 quarters, almost 3 quarters, almost a full game on Saturday. Safety Brandon Jones was dressed for practice but did not participate in team drills. He's been out for at least the past week plus, though McDaniel insisted he hasn't had a setback following his ACL surgery, probably more precautionary. And while defensive lineman Christian Wilkins continues to set out team drills while waiting for resolution on a month of conversation between his agent and the team on a contract, Wilkins, who is due to make $10.7 this season, has been attending meetings and participating in our individual drills. After individual work, the Dolphins ran 7-on-7 red zone drills, and Tua was sacked when he had nowhere to throw the ball. Short passes were completed to Eric Izukama, Raheem Mostert, Savon Ahmed, and Higgins. but all were short of the end zone. In 11-on-11 drills, Tua was intercepted by safety Deshaun Elliott on a deep pass to Braxton Berrios. Ron McKinley was in coverage as well, and rookie edge player Garrett Nelson got the pressure in on Tua. I have the video of that. Miami Dolphins released that, so we'll look at that. Tua also couldn't connect with Tyreek Hill on a deep pass with rookie Keydron Smith in coverage. Rookie Randy Charlton applied pressure on that play. In 11-on-11 red zone drills, Tua fade to Hill was broken up by Apple, and another Tua fade was too high to Hill to catch. Xavier Howard had good coverage on the play. Also in 11-on-11 works, Tua overthrew Davis, who had a step on Eli Apple. There's your negatives. On the positive side, Tua completed a 20-yard pass to Tyreek Hill in the middle of the field, then hit Hill for a 25-yard gain, beating Ethan Bonner. A Tagovailoa screen to Braxton Berrios gained a 10-yard. And in red zone 11-on-11's late in practice, Tua hit wide-open Raheem Mostert, who walked in the end zone for a 10-yard gain. On another set of late practices, 11-on-11, Tua threw incomplete to Ezekoma in the back of the end zone, and Moser on a short pass. Tua completed a pass to Berrios that was short of the end zone, but then found Myles Gaskin in the flat for a touchdown. So an up and down day. He had some bad plays. He had the interception, which we'll look at. It was a dumb interception. But get him out of your system, Tua. September 10th, we need the best Tua out there. Skylar Thompson had some good moments, but then ran into problems. He threw on the run to Dawood Davis, who made a sliding catch in the end zone, beating Eli Apple. Thompson then threw a touchdown to Braxton Berrios on a crossing route, beating Xavier Howard. Both of those touchdowns came in 7-on-7 red zone drills. Also in 7-on-7 red zone drills, Apple broke up a Thompson pass to Kiki Kuti in the back of the end zone. Then Thompson threw incomplete to Davis in the end zone and threw another pass out of the back of the end zone. Minutes later, Thompson threw an interception to Javon Holland in 11-on-11 drills. The pass was intended for Cedric Wilson Jr., but Howard deflected it and Holland caught the ricochet. I think I have a video of that. I'm not 100%. Thompson also threw a short pass to Hill for 10-yard gain. Later in 11-on-11 work, Thompson completed 10-yard pass to Moser and Higgins. Thompson completed 15-yard pass to Hill, and Chris Brooks gained 10 yards on a short pass from Thompson. And Thompson passed to Eric Izukoma, gained at least 5 yards, but Joshua Bronson and Jalen Twanman then deflected pass thrown by Thompson. So essentially, our guys, because again Mike White wasn't there, concussion protocol, they did bring in Blackman back, the quarterback that we cut, the fourth stringer, to get some work. It was up and down day by the quarterbacks, and our defense is just being our defense. The more our defense is working together in training camp, the better it's getting, I'm noticing. The Dolphins' front seven suffocated the run game and limited a handful of short throws to losses of small gains. In full 11-on-11 drills, Jalen Phillips, who had an exceptional training camp, had a tackle for loss on Tagovailoa's screen to Raheem Mostert. Elliott limited a short pass to Myles Gaskin for a short gain, and Holland had a tackle for a loss on a bubble pass to Eric Izukoma. I'm getting hot, man. I'm talking so much. Rookie defensive lineman Randy Shelton had a tackle for loss on Tua's screen to Eric Izukoma as well. Emmanuel Ogbah had a tackle for loss on a pass to Ahmed behind the line of scrimmage. Defensive line Deshaun Hand had a tackle for loss on Gaskin. It was just a dominant day by the defense. I'm happy to see it, to be honest with you. Bounce back tomorrow offense, but iron sharpens iron. That's all I'm going to say. The defense dominated against the Dolphins' run game. Maybe that's why they've been consistently trying to add a running back. Defensive lineman Raekwon Davis and cornerback Kader Kohou stuffed an inside run by Moser, and Davis then stood up Ahmed on an inside run. Linebacker Duke Riley had a tackle for loss on Gaskin. Also, Jerome Baker had a tackle for loss on Gaskin. Cameron Goode had a tackle for loss on Moser. Defensive lineman Zach Sealer, tackle for loss on Brooks. And then later sacks Thompson and Tua Tagovailoa. So Zach Sealer's like, give me that cheddar. Mostert ran in the red zone 11-on-11s, gained only 2 yards. Phillips and David Long had a tackle. Besides Kader Kohou, other defensive backs also flashed against the run. Jamal Perry, back against the Dolphins, had a run stuff on Brooks. So his defense was dominated. Also in 11-on-11 drills, defensive end and outside linebacker Emmanuel Agba had a sack on James Blackman, who was brought back with the team, like I told you, concussion protocol. Meanwhile, Bradley Chubb had a sack on Tua. As you could tell, good runs against this stacked defensive front seven were rare on Tuesday. Ahmed had one of them scampering through the second level of the defense. Nelson, the Nebraskan rookie, also not only applied pressure on the aforementioned play, but also sacked Thompson on another case. Nelson had a solid camp and seems likely to be kept on the practice squad at the very least. Jason Sanders connected on field goals from 30, 35, 38, 48, 52, and 54. Love hearing Jason Sanders bounce back because he's been missing those 52-plus field goals. Noah Benogany had a pass breakup on a James Blackman pass to Ingold. Chubb applied pressure on that one. AVG had a sack on Thompson. Elijah Campbell, who has had a very good camp, dropped a potential interception from James Blackman, and then Gaskin dropped a pass from Blackman near the goal line. And then finally, Garyon Christian, who hasn't been able to gain a foothold in the battle for backup tackle, was called for a false start. A lot going on today. Just essentially, in a nutshell, defense won. Plain and simple, defense won. Now, this is a play from Tua to, I think, Tyreek Hill. Just a dot. This is just a dot. We'll look at it again. It's just, boop. It's a perfect throw. Still had a bad day. But still, it's an absolute perfect throw. And then here is the interception from Tua to Braxton Berrios. Yeah, like who did you think why did you think is a question that I have. Good interception by Elliott, but like what was your thought process here, my man? Braxton Berrios isn't a tall receiver, and there's two defenders here. Like I said, get it out of your system. Get it out of your system. Just let me double check if there is any other news I want to tell you. Jalen Waddle midsection was in uniform for stretching at practice today. Appeared to be in good spirits, moving well. He did rehab outside instead of reps with the team inside today. Devon Achane also present but not practicing. Mike McDaniel said that they will be cautious with Waddle, protect him from himself with week one in mind. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. Good day by the defense. Overall, defensive dominant day. Comment below. Let me know what you think. This is I just love the fact that the more the defense is together, the more the defense is practice and training camp and preseason stuff, the better they're getting. I absolutely love that. Because this defense is really suffocating the teams we're playing as well in preseason, as well as our own team, which then our own team is now having to practice and figure out how they can, make adjustments and make changes to face these types of defenses, aka the Chargers last year. You get into a situation where they're going to take away your bread and butter. You need to be able to rebound. And this is perfect with training camp. So comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Again, tomorrow is closed off to the public, but I will give you some information there. And then Thursday is the last day open to you guys. And then we have the Jaguars game on Saturday at 7. I will be live at 6:45. And then cuts on the 29th. And I have a ton of content for you guys before the season starts. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me about fantasy football. I'm still thinking about it. I will give you an answer Monday. I promise. I don't know. Not that I don't know if I'm going to give you an answer. I'm giving you an answer on Monday. I just don't know if I'm doing it. It's a lot. I got a lot going on. It's a lot. I might have one of you guys run it for me. I don't know yet. I have a lot. I'm thinking about it. Let's just leave it at that. But I'll see you guys tomorrow with day 17 of training camp. But like usual, stay classy. That ends up.